we got to experience firsthand what it's like to be at the top.
Hi, today I'm here with Brandon Long, the Director of Technology for Keller Williams Virginia Alliance. How are you, Brandon?
I'm doing good, and thanks, Miguel, for having me.
Absolutely. So, Brandon, in the past few years, I've been one of the people, like probably most of our agents, who always have something bad to say about Command because it hasn't been working or didn't work as I expected. Last week when I met with you, we went over to all these features that it actually blew me away. It is incredible. If you're any of the new agents, for example, start watching this video, what would be your first suggestion for them with Command?
Yeah, and thanks for that. And, just kind of funny how that works, right? We actually got to experience a real life crisis within our system. Things went dark pretty quickly, right? But I think the good thing is to remember is we got to experience firsthand what it's like to be at the top. And being the only real estate brokerage that has our own CRM systems, we are susceptible to people wanting what we hold most valuable, and that's our data.
Correct.
So being that we did have the hack, being that there was a phishing attempt, one thing with Command and one thing with KW culture and technology is that you're not alone. If something like that was to happen, and maybe like, say, for example, I know a couple weeks ago, Delta was hacked. So you're on a flight, you're in transition, you land, and then you realize, oh my goodness, for whatever reason, the system isn't working. Well, what do you do? Who do you call? Who do you contact? Hopefully like the Avengers or somebody is coming to your rescue. But if not, that can be a really lonely feeling.
Yes.
So when we had that, the first thing that happened was everyone reached out to their market center tech trainer, or in this case, their director of technology or their tech ALC. That's the power of not just Command itself, but the community, how we're able to get in, kind of shut things down. And here we are a little more than a week later with all systems back operational.
That's awesome. Thank you. So let's talk about Command.
Sure.
I am so interested because I finally seeing that it's working and it's making my life so much easier. Let's say you are a new agent joining this office. What would be your suggestion for them to start working on Command? What would be the steps for a new agent?
Yeah, I think the suggestion for anybody, trying to start Command or maybe get back into the swing of Command is kind of remember the analogy of and we don't advocate for this, but the best way to eat an elephant, I'm sure you've heard, is one bite at a time, right? You take on those big projects, one portion or one piece at a time. Same thing with Command. Whenever I'm teaching Command or I'm doing technology classes, I let them know if you can just get through contacts, your contacts is going to take care of 90% of what you actually need to know in Command. After that, we're going to put leverage in place for you to automate your systems and or maybe hire the right talent to help you get through it with the least amount of time, keeping the most amount of money for yourself, and of course, the least amount of stress.
So basically, the first thing to do is start working in your contacts.
Absolutely.
That's the first part.
Absolutely. And we even have a vendor partner, Scott Leroy. I'm sure you may have heard of them.
Yeah, of course.
They will upload your contacts for you.
And how much do they charge?
$0.00. Like, it is
awesome.
Free of charge. The Market Center provides that service to all of our agents, and it's an unlimited upload. So it's not capped at a certain amount of contacts. They'll also scrub and clean those contacts for you.
Oh, that's great. What about tags?
Yeah, tags
What's
are good.
Importance?
Yeah, tags are your best way to kind of compartmentalize your database, right? So for example, even our market center here, we use tags. We use tags to identify agents who are maybe in a specific MLS, right? Everyone isn't necessarily licensed in Virginia. We have agents from all over. What the tags allow you to do in Command is not just create a system, but also allows you to automate your follow-up. So now, whenever there's an announcement that maybe needs to be made regarding Virginia contracts, all we have to do is search for our Virginia licensed agents and send those out to them. Same thing with maybe DC or Maryland, and agents can use those features in their Command database the same way.
That sounds great to me, but what about the agents? How the tags benefit the agents when they're creating their contacts?
Oh, most certainly. The tags will help them create a system. So I have worked with a few agents recently who have maybe come to me with incomplete databases. So maybe some contacts without emails, some without numbers. We're able to use those tags to say, hey, this person is a Fix Me candidate. We apply that Fix Me tag to everyone in their database and then apply a smart plan that the purpose of it is to recover that info. One of the agents who I just did that with in one of our partner market centers just got a $90,000 listing for a piece of land from it, zero cost to get that smart plan run. And then did a post on his Facebook and then got another listing from a neighbor selling another piece of land.
A post, not even an ad.
Not even an ad. So we're talking about the cost of to do business. This particular activity didn't cost the agent anything but maybe 20 minutes.
That's great. So you were mentioning smart plans. How do they work?
Yeah. So
And what are they for?
So thanks for asking. Smart plans, the best way I can describe it is it's a follow-up system. So we know one thing a lot of our realtors, a lot of our agents struggle with is creating some type of system, not knowing where to start. Well, here we have our KW Systems and Models Foundations, the MREA. Those books are going to give you a guide to how you should run your business, or how you can run your business, rather. The system in Command is set up the same way. So you can really take all of the models, the follow-up systems, all of the playbooks that Keller Williams provides you, and use the smart plans to enact those things. For example, if I get an online lead, holidays are coming up, so we know a lot of people are going to be busy or with family or doing other things. How do I make sure my business still runs in the background? The answer is smart plans. You set up your smart plans and you say, hey, buyer tag, seller tag, and those will launch something like a annual follow-up, like a 36 touch, or maybe something like an 8x8, which is that touch that we use for a more aggressive ready now client.
So every smart plan is designed for each individual client, or is that a smart plan that you can apply for all the clients that you have?
Yeah, so the smart plans can really be used both ways. So we can use them, for example, maybe with tags, or if we want to just go in and say, hey, I want to apply this to everyone who meets this criteria, we can set those up. And we even have now smart dates on smart plans. So, for example, if I'm under contract and there's an inspection that's scheduled, I can schedule my smart plan to launch after the inspection to maybe follow up with the other side of the transaction to say, hey, this is an automated message from the realtor on the other side. Just wanted to know if there are any contingencies or any thing, or if there's anything that we need to discuss since our inspection period is coming to an end. And that's something that can now be automated in Command as well.
Cool. One of the things that I see that Command is offering are websites, which are free for all the agents.
Absolutely.
And I have my website, and it's pretty basic. And then you show me the website that somebody else that you help, and it's pretty cool. How do I get there?
Yeah. So
how do I make that happen? How do agents make that happen?
I know everyone's probably tired of hearing us say this now, but it's, that big L word that we love in Keller Williams so much, which is leverage. You don't have to be a graphic designer. We want you to be a realtor. We want you to get out there and make money. Your websites come with you joining Command. Even if you don't use Command as your main CRM, you can absolutely still leverage the website. In addition to that, your website can be set up by Scott Leroy and his team. So what you can do is you can contact me. Oh, absolutely. Let me know some of the features that you want to see, whether it's the mortgage calculator, some neighborhood snapshots, or even just some featured regional areas. We can get in there, build those for you. And I would say the turnaround time in most cases is 3 days. On a long
I haven't
day.
touched my website in 5 months, so it's totally worth it. And I don't have to pay for it?
Nope, you don't have to pay for it. You get your own graphic design team.
Awesome. So when you're talking about smart plans, and we were talking about the videos, all the agents are getting, we're providing videos for each step of the process. Can that also be set up in smart plans?
Yeah. So as far as videos being set up, we have a couple different things we can do. Agents can create their own newsletter inside of Command. So if they wanted to do a newsletter and embed a video, we can absolutely set that up for them. We have videos as well that are template videos that will give a neighborhood report that can go out. So we can set those up as well. I actually once a month teach for the region. And, just kind of going into like that, having real people training, I actually teach campaigns and designs. So those are two different things as well that agents can use to get out there and really rebrand themselves and advertise themselves. So it's just an abundance of resources here for our agents to let them feel supported and taken care of.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you would like to tell the agents about Command?
Yeah. If I may say, I think it's time to give Command a shot. I think if you're using spreadsheets, I think if you're paying for a CRM and it's not doing everything, if you're going to go out and pay for another one, it should be doing everything. If you don't feel empowered by your CRM, if you don't feel like you can take a day off of work and your system not run, unfazed, then you're using the wrong CRM. It's time to take a second, really look yourself in the mirror heading into this new year and figure out how can I create the leverage and maximize my time and my dollar. And your team here at KW is here to support you and make sure that you're all set. So I think the real question is, what are we waiting on?
Correct. And how do they reach out to you?
Mm-hmm. They can reach out to me directly in the Market Center. I'm here on Fridays. Also, you can schedule time with me. I'm happy to book with you. We'll make sure to include those links in our videos. And or the fastest way is always to just shoot me a text or give me a call. I'm always happy to offer my support, my time, and my knowledge. I also do have experience in selling. So if there are maybe some systems or programs I can share with you, I'm always glad to.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.